Welcome to Animal DNA, our extraordinary expedition through the animal kingdom. We'll explore the unique traits and characteristics of animals of all kinds, how species relate to one another, and ways in which they survive and thrive in their diverse environments around the planet. And so our journey begins. Today, we're going big. We'll explore heavyweights like the elephant, the rhinoceros, and the manatee. All from the pachyderm group, an ancient order of placental mammals, which also includes tapirs, wild boars, and hippopotamuses. Let's start with our friend, the noble elephant, an extraordinary animal representing wisdom and strength for different cultures, as well as the widespread legend that they bring luck. Elephants also symbolize protection and the opening of new pathways. However, elephants are threatened by a number of factors. After the decline of their population over several decades, due to poaching for ivory and the loss of their habitats, they are in danger of becoming extinct. There are two types of elephants: Asian elephants of the genus Elephas, which consists of 3 subspecies, and African elephants of the genus Loxodonta, which consists of 2 subspecies. Let's explore some of their similarities and differences. Within the African elephant species, the 2 subspecies are the elephant of the savanna and the elephant of the forest. Although they have been considered subspecies until now, some experts believe they might actually be 2 genetically different species of elephant. Both have large ears and long tusks, which can measure over 6 feet. The savanna elephant, also known as the bush elephant or Loxodonta africana, is the largest land mammal in existence today, reaching up to 13 feet in height, up to 24 feet in length, and weighing up to 10 tons. They have large heads, huge husks protruding from their upper jaws, and very long lifespans, with a life expectancy of up to 50 years in the wild. Hunting these beautiful animals is totally prohibited. The forest elephant, also known as the African forest elephant, or Loxodonta cyclotis, inhabits regions of Central Africa, such as Gabon. Unlike the savanna elephant, it stands out for its small size, reaching a maximum height of 8.2 feet. Asian elephants inhabit different regions of Asia, such as India, Thailand, and Sri Lanka. They differ from African elephants in that they are smaller, and their ears are proportionally smaller. Within the Asian elephant group, there are 3 subspecies. The first is the Sumatran elephant, or Elephas maximus sumatranus. It is the smallest of all 3 at 6.5 feet tall, and is at high risk of extinction as more than 3/4 of its natural habitat has been destroyed. Sumatran elephant populations have declined so much that they could be extinct as soon as a few years from now. The species is endemic to this island. The Indian elephant, or Elephas maximus indicus, second in size among Asian elephants, inhabits different regions of India. It can be identified by its small tusks. Bornean elephants are considered a type of Indian elephant, not a distinct subspecies. The Ceylon elephant, or Elephas maximus, is native to the island of Sri Lanka. It is the largest of the Asian elephants, reaching more than 10 feet high and weighing 6 tons. African elephants are far bigger. They are the largest land mammals on Earth. They are second only to a few of the giant marine mammals that inhabit the oceans. An elephant at birth weighs about 220 pounds and can stand over 3 feet tall. An adult elephant can weigh up to 10 tons. Asian elephants weigh slightly less at around 5 tons. The largest elephant ever seen lived in 1955 in Angola, Africa. It weighed a whopping 12 tons. The gestation period of an elephant lasts more than 600 days. In their natural habitat, they can live an average of 40 to 60 years. The oldest elephant on record lived 86 years. The longevity that elephants can have varies according to the country where the animal lives and the environment in which it's found. These animals have no natural predators, but they are hunted by humans. Due to the ivory trade, overhunting is one of the main threats to elephants, which significantly reduces their life expectancy. Another fact that hinders elephants from living longer is that after the age of 40, their teeth wear down, which prevents them from eating normally. Once they use their last teeth, death is inevitable. In captivity, life expectancy is reduced by more than half due to the anxiety they feel about not being in the wild, lack of exercise, and extreme obesity. We'll be right back with more animal DNA. We're back with more animal DNA. Let's see if you can answer this trivia question. Do you think these facts about elephants are true or false? 1. An elephant's trunk has more than 100,000 different muscles. 2. An elephant spends about 16 hours a day eating. 3. An elephant can drink up to 15 liters of water at a time. 4. The tusks of an elephant can weigh up to 200 pounds and measure up to 10 feet. 5. Despite having 4 legs, an elephant cannot jump. These are true. Elephants never cease to amaze. Now we dive into the waters inhabited by the slow and gentle giants of the sea, the manatee. The manatee is a very large and corpulent animal, especially when compared to other inhabitants of its environment. Manatees are some of the most peaceful creatures in the sea. They are not aggressive or territorial animals and rest up to 12 hours a day. At almost 13 feet long and weighing about 1,500 pounds, it is a true giant in the warm, shallow coastal waters where it lives. Manatee are herbivores, which means they only eat vegetation. Looks can be deceiving as they may appear to be slightly overweight, but in reality, they do not actually have the fat needed to stay warm in the winter, so they can only live in temperate areas of the world. Even when young, the manatee's skin is wrinkled, covered with algae and small mollusks, in colors ranging from gray to brown. Also interestingly, its head connects directly to its shoulders. There are different species of manatees, which vary slightly in appearance and where they live. Trichicus manatus, Caribbean manatee, Trichicus inunguis from the Amazon, and Trichicus senegalensis in Africa. The West Indian manatee is one of 2 subspecies of the Caribbean manatee, which inhabits the waters from the Gulf of Mexico to the mouth of the Amazon River. The other being the Florida manatee that can be found in the warm waters of the coastal areas, rivers, canals, and estuaries of the state of Florida and southern Georgia. What all manatees have in common, regardless of species, is that they are fully aquatic marine mammals that prefer warm water, slow-moving rivers, and shallow coves and bays. Manatees are gentle animals that rarely seem to be in a hurry. And they have fins that act as arms. Instead of forelimbs, like whales and dolphins, they have front flippers, each with 3 to 4 nails, where the toes would be. But the manatee does not use its flippers as cetaceans do to steer. It uses them to crawl through the shallow water and to walk on the sandy bottom. Its tail is huge, flat, and paddle-like, that it uses to swim slowly with the characteristic up and down motion of the aquatic mammal in the warm, shallow waters where it lives. Manatees have no natural predators. They live quietly in small family groups or herds, spending most of the day eating or swimming slowly. They produce sounds such as squeaks, chirps, and whistles. They have a divided upper lip. Each side can move independently of each other. Manatees never stray far from the surface of the water and usually come up for air every 5 minutes. In the same way that a cetacean's blowhole closes when it dives, the manatee closes its nostrils so that water does not flood them. The manatee family consists of the mother and her calf, which stay together for 2 years. Males herd around the female when she is ready to conceive, but do not contribute to the care of the calf. Although they are warm-blooded mammals and breathe air with their lungs, they cannot climb to the shore and flee if threatened. Manatees are a legally protected species, but their numbers remain very low. There are many animals like the manatee that live close to humans and struggle to survive. They are threatened with loss of habitat, not to mention pollution and injuries caused by boat propellers and fishing nets. Their numbers have also declined due to poaching. Manatee refuges, like those in Florida, provide food and care for these gentle creatures. We'll be right back with more animal DNA. We're back with more animal DNA. Let's see if you can answer this trivia question. Which of these animals is a relative to the manatee? A, the seal. B, the whale. C, the elephant. D, the cow. If you answered C, elephant, you're right. The manatee and the elephant are members of the same family. Manatees are sometimes called sea cows, but their closest terrestrial relative is not of the bovine variety as you might think, but in fact, the elephant. And now we are going to approach the rhinoceros very cautiously. Rhinoceroses are large mammals found in Africa and Asia. They are herbivores but can still be very dangerous when threatened. Two striking characteristics of these animals are the presence of horns and a thick skin that, in some species, resembles a large suit of armor. Rhinoceros, or rhinocerodid, is a term used to refer to 5 different species, some of which are heading towards extinction. All belong to the kingdom Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Perissodactyla, and family Rhinocerodidae. The living rhinoceros species are white rhinoceros, or Ceratotherium simum, the largest species of rhinoceros living in the savannas of Kenya, Namibia, Zimbabwe, and South Africa, the black rhinoceros, or Diceros bicornis, residing in the wild in Angola and Namibia, the plains of Kenya, Tanzania, Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and part of South Africa. Indian rhinoceros, or Rhinoceros unicornis, Sumatran rhinoceros, or Dicerohynus sumatrensis, and Javan rhinoceros, or Rhinoceros sondicus, which live in Indonesia. Although the term rhinoceros is not used exclusively for a single species, the 5 species of this mammal have some characteristics in common. In general, all rhinos are large animals with short legs and wide bodies. The presence of horns is also a striking characteristic of these animals. But there are some variations in the number of these structures. Most species have 2 horns, with the presence of a single horn being observed only in the Indian rhinoceros. In those with 2 horns, the horns are of unequal sizes. In white rhinos, the longer horn can reach up to nearly 5.5 feet. Among all rhinoceros species, the Javan rhinoceros has the smallest horns. In adults, the horns are about 10 inches long. Rhinos have short ears and small eyes. Despite being mammals, their fur is sparse. The color of these animals varies from one species to another, from gray to yellow-brown to dark brown. Regarding skin, a characteristic of the Sumatran rhinoceros is the presence of 2 deep skin curves that surround the animal's body in the region between the legs and the trunk. This is an important feature to differentiate it from other rhinoceros species. Rhinos are herbivorous animals, feeding on plants. Depending on the species, it's possible to observe different food preferences. These animals mark their territory with urine and feces. They deposit their droppings in mounds, which can reach over 3 feet in height. You might not expect this, but rhinos can run up to 30 miles per hour. They are most active at night and early in the morning. They are solitary animals, but during the mating period they gather in groups in which we can see the females accompanied by their cubs. Female rhinos give birth every 2 years, and usually to a single baby rhino. Gestation lasts a long time, 420 to 570 days. After birth, the cub stays with its mother, remaining by her side until the birth of the next calf. Rhinos live about 50 years and reach sexual maturity between 7 and 10 years for males and between 4 and 6 years for females. Some rhino species are in great danger of becoming extinct. The Sumatran rhinoceros, for example, has a total estimated remaining population of fewer than 80. One of the main reasons for this endangerment is illegal hunting. The purpose of this hunt is to remove their horns, which are used for ornamentation and in traditional medicine in some countries. The Javan rhino is classified as critically endangered. Hunting, however, is not the only problem facing rhinos. Disease, habitat loss, climate change, and civil wars occurring throughout their habitats are some of the reasons for the decline of their populations. We must protect these special animals. And with that, our journey has come to an end. See you next time on Animal DNA, where we humans decode all the secrets of our friends in the animal kingdom in order to learn more about them and a little bit more about ourselves, too.